Well, hello everyone, it's Liam Carlson here. Merry Christmas to everyone, and I hope that this Christmas is a lovely, fantastic, and safe time for everyone. So, it's been a while since we've had a Christmas episode of Doctor Who. And you know, it just feels so right to have Doctor Who back on the Christmas slot, and here we are again for the first time since 2017. We are back with Doctor Who on Christmas Day, Ncuti Gatwa's first full episode, which I'm very much looking forward to. So yeah, my fiance won't be joining me for this episode. She is currently resting with the dog downstairs, so she's going to be watching this episode in her own time, probably tomorrow or the day after. But yes, I am looking forward to getting into this, especially with what we've been teased, especially with the Goblin song that's been very, very highly acclaimed, I would say, in regards to just, you know, how popular it is, how great it is. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot going for this episode, I would say, in regards to Ncuti's first episode. We get to see the first appearance of Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson, and I'm really just looking forward to enjoying this episode. So it's obviously not expected to be, you know, too deep, but it's just going to be nice to have an episode of Doctor Who on Christmas Day again, as well as the fact that we're going to see Ncuti's first full go of it as the Doctor. He was incredible in The Giggle, and I'm sure he's going to be incredible in this episode. So, yeah, with that said, let's get into this episode of Doctor Who. Yes, it is the Church of Ruby Road. Let's go.
The child
It's the
was
Rani.
taken in, and they named her Ruby after the place where she was found.
And it was a Sunday, hence Ruby Sunday.
And my A levels were not the best because we had to leave Manchester to move down here because we came and looked after me gran and we couldn't afford
that Curry
couch, and we
reference?
never moved to the north over a year. So yeah, that's been tricky and expensive.
No one would move to London.
I know, so that's left me a bit stranded.
Wow, the meta's there. Like, with the Curry reference, the London reference.
Sorry, using the word foundling, do you? It's just some people think it's a bit old-fashioned.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's
You've been watching.
what I am.
That is that Disney money, foundling.
I was foundled.
I love that.
Yeah, foundled.
Seems to have gone. Sorry about that.
Okay, it missed and
That was lucky.
Oh no, it's David. Ouch!
Right.
A pram at midnight.
Okay. Convenient, I guess.
Because 91% of men wouldn't choose a diamond. Plus Christmas Day, it's obvious.
But how do you know she'll say yes?
Because the sales start on Tuesday and you just couldn't wait. And that is why she loves you. Merry Christmas.
Oh. I love that. He's just taking off in front of this guy and no qualms whatsoever. He's just in a happy place and I love it.
So, what is that thing?
Police box. I haven't seen one on the streets of London for 50 years.
Oh
I don't
no.
want to see one now.
Well,
Oh
Will
no.
and all that. Hey, try not to kill each other.
Oh, not the eggs. Oh, that's a good job as well. It wasn't, you know, alcohol or anything like that. Oof. That shit ain't cheap.
It's all Christmassy like Noel or Eve.
Oh, Holly.
Or Carol.
She's called Lulu Bell.
Lulu Bell.
A terrible name.
Oh, an absolutely terrible.
That... It's not good news, I'm afraid.
I'm so sorry. I know it's your birthday, but there is no trace of your mum or dad.
Alien.
I'm sorry.
But what a way to break the news on her birthday.
No, that's fine.
Stop them! I'm begging you. Tell me how I can make it stop.
No! We're not killing Davina!
An accident. I can't do it.
We're not killing Davina!
This time.
Davina?
Fucking hell!
Did you just hiss at me? Was that a hiss? Because let me tell you, I'm not... Oh my god.
Yeah. But I was loving the energy she was manifesting there. Oh no.
Burns, nothing pulls, nothing hurts. Ta-da!
That is really handy.
I'm lightweight.
Yo, the mass and density of Mavity exists in the glass.
They kept Mavity! I love it!
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything. It is just...
A
Learn
coincidence.
the language. That's why they went after Lulubelle.
Coincidence is what makes the baby tasty. That's how these goblins work. Chance,
Oh, yeah.
coincidence, and luck. That's
It's
how
just
spotted
so
you. You can have
good,
luck,
like-
luck. Yes?
Yeah.
They are not time travelers. Excuse me. Time travelers are great. Like the best. Like, wow.
He's insulted!
So if they're... Bimbling. Why did they...
I love it.
Oh, that was just fun.
Yeah, that was just fun.
Yes, well, if you gave me a hand...
I am learning the vocabulary of rope. This stuff is their version of wires and electricity. So if we...
It's such a very fascinating scenario. Goat, the goat song. Oh man. Imagine, you know, people who don't really follow Doctor Who seeing that they're seasoning the baby.
He's not a myth, he's an actual thing. Here's the king, here's the king, here's the king, here's the king, Dublin.
But you're not Jareth, so you're not my Goblin King.
Leave her alone! Leave her alone!
Janice Goblin is like just.
Cause the Goblin King, oh the Goblin King. It's so good to meet you, you great big thing.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
The knot has been undone. That's when we start having fun.
I love this.
Hold on tight. If you reverse intelligent gloves, you get heavy.
Yeah, you do. Oh my god! I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love.
Your name is Cherry.
It is.
Cherry Sunday.
Like a tasty treat.
Yes. I'll see you later, Cherry, okay?
This is great. This is.
Oh, Doctor.
Hello.
There's nothing wrong, is there? Is she alright, the baby?
No, she's fine.
Everything alright?
I love the dynamic already. Wow. Well,
Get a cup of tea around here, but it's not money.
Cherry, just give her a cup of tea.
They phoned from the TV show when you were out.
It's all
this
getting
morning.
so much with the bad luck, and then there's this.
Just
Can take a
No.
toll.
Dad, no brothers or sisters.
No, I was abandoned.
Oh, you're a foundling, just like Ruby. Even bigger coincidence.
Maybe we better not talk about coincidence, okay?
Yeah, let's ban the word coincidence because oi. She's gonna say who's Ruby.
Ruby?
Shit! Is she being erased from existence?
When I'm happy as I am. Then why are you crying?
Oh, those words hit him.
Why are you?
Oh. Oh, it's all coming back full circle, isn't it? Holy shit! He inadvertently killed... Nice!
Happy birthday, Ruby.
This is powerful as well, given the fact that he was adopted, obviously. Oh, he's gotta find out. He's gonna find out. He's gotta find out, right? Oh. Crack's still there, so it didn't heal. Awesome. Awesome. Hey!
Oh, there you are! Oh,
I love it.
happy birthday.
She's just enjoying this, but I don't trust her. Oh, is Davina gonna get saved?
You saved my life.
I don't know, he's crazy.
He went back. He said he went back. What did he mean?
Oh,
he
she's
went-
putting the
What
math
was Houdini?
together. Holy.
What?
When was Houdini? Houdini was like 1900s, 1920s.
Oh, she's putting the math together about the fact that he's a time traveler.
Time travelers, and then he.
As in experience? Okay. 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 I thought he took off. I thought we were gonna have a repeat scenario of the 11th hour where she was chasing the doctor and then...
Good luck, Ruby.
I don't trust her! I don't trust her shit! I mean, yeah, she comes off as, you know, kind and all of that, like that, but...
Who are you?
I'm the doctor.
Yeah, you are! Oop. Yeah, he is. He is. He is. He is. That was amazing. Oh. Are we getting a post-credit scene for Doctor Who?
Never seen a TARDIS before.
She's a time lady! I swear! The Rani! I don't care, okay? I know we sound like clowns when we talk about the Rani, but I swear she is the Rani. I mean, she could be aware of TARDIS's existing. Doesn't mean to say she is a time lady. But my heart is saying that Mrs. Flood correlates to rain. Switch the final two letters around. What do we get? Anyways, let's see this next time trailer for Series 14 of Doctor Who. Let's go. Oh.
Into the vortex.
To the
I
vortex.
have the whole universe at my fingertips.
Oh, this is new.
You can't! Happy rolls,
Oh.
studios!
Alright, let's take it from the top.
Beatles!
Ruby, there are powers beyond the universe.
Are you getting scared because you're just babbling now?
Oh, what?
Now faster!
No joy.
Mel?
Just fun.
Classic!
I'd love it if you came with me.
The brand new season of Doctor Who this May on BBC One and iPlayer.
Love it. Love it. They did mention the boss there, which obviously correlates to Beep's warning. Wait until I tell the boss, etc. But oh my god, that was great. That was really great. Like I said though, at the beginning though, I wasn't expecting anything too big or anything like that. Especially coming from a doctor that has just healed, if anything. You know, you got to throw the doctor into the lines pit again. It's just pointless, isn't it? So yeah. And yet we still got bouts of pain and all of that, which is great. Nothing too heavy. But yeah. Like I said, though, Mrs. Flood... I mean, I didn't trust Mrs. Flood whatsoever. I mean, her first scene, okay, fair enough, whatever. But then stuff started to get suspicious. And then she had to drop that line in... Is this... No, it's not Doctor Who's first post-credit scene, because, funnily enough, after the Series 8 finale, we had the post-credit scene where Santa arrived inside the TARDIS. So, yeah. But it's just something so baffling. But, hey, Disney money, right? We can afford post-credits, I guess. No, in all seriousness, she dropped that line about, have you not seen a TARDIS before? Like I said, though, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that she's a time lady. But you know when your heart says something? And I've desperately wanted the Rani back since Matt Smith. Who, sadly, it's been 10 years ago to the day since he sneezed off from Doctor Who. But yeah, I have wanted the Rani back. So yeah, and I know, like I said, it's a clown discussion, isn't it? Because, every time there is a mysterious character, what if she's the boss? But every time there is a mysterious character that's been teased or whatever, like Missy, for example. And funnily enough, Moffat even wrote a fake out where she was revealed to be the Rani. Just to throw people off rather than, the actual bit where she revealed herself to be the Master. Yeah, like, we've been speculating about, is this character the Rani? Is this character the Rani? But I don't know, there's something in my gut. So, we'll just have to wait and see, but... Great episode. Okay, so that was a really, really amazing episode. So yeah, we had the next time teaser for Series 14, which looks really, really amazing. Or Season 1. I'm not calling it Season 1. I will admit that the SF23 F1 reference was a great car before I referred to the next season of Doctor Who as Season 1. So, yeah, it's just, no. But yeah, it, like, with the next time, it looks very intriguing, very great. Doesn't obviously spoil too much, although there are some things that I do, that we can patch together. Because obviously, like I said, I think they mentioned the boss, so... Whether it's another tease to that for Series 15, because obviously we know that Shooty's doing Series 15. Or whether we actually get to see the boss, yeah. And there are stuff that you kind of get from the behind-the-scenes bit as well. Like, we've seen behind-the-scenes stuff with Shooty and Mel on a bike, on the orange bike, on the carrot bike. And not just that, though, but also stuff... like, I think they're going to do a Dr. Light episode again because of the fact that Shooty was doing the final season of Sex Education, which is a show that I need to watch at some point. So, yeah, but, with the mine, I think that it's going to be a situation where he can't move whatsoever, as per for the mines, but even... For the Doctor, this is not like something he can sonic away or whatever. So, yeah. But it was a really appetizing trailer. So, yeah. But for the episode itself, it was phenomenal stuff. I really loved it. I really loved the whole... I found it very intriguing how they delved into the episode that, the goblins were essentially using coinky dinks, as I call them, for fuel. Essentially, because of the fact that, things definitely got worse when Carla, yeah, I think that was her name, said, you know, I could just eat Lulu, and obviously, yeah, so, but there were all of these, like, little things that were building and building for the goblins, so, yeah, but, I didn't mind that whatsoever, because, it does seem to add up as well, like, there are, like, especially for Ruby herself, when she was suffering all of that bad luck, there is a point where you have to think, there has to be something, because I can't be experiencing all of this bad luck. I mean, I'm no Crow Bronwyn, Ruby reference, of course. Bad luck is not my aura or anything like that. So, yeah, but, you know, it just gets really, really suspicious, especially building to the day of when you were born, and then of course Lulu arrives, and yeah, so but you know, it was really, really well, like, I really loved the fact that they kind of did a mini series 5 episode, or a mini episode of the series 5 arc, should I say, because anyone else was thinking when the cracks started to emerge and then they closed up and then Ruby was erased from existence, anyone else was thinking series 5? Because I definitely was. So a little bit of a love note, I guess, from Russell to Stephen, because of course they have a really, really amazing dynamic. So yeah, but that's definitely where my mind was heading. So yeah, definitely not a coincidence, that one. So, and if it was, then oi, but yeah, it was really, really great. So yeah, I really loved as well, you know, the beginning part, of course, there's still a mystique on who Ruby's parents are. Now, I'm kind of hedging a bet in my mind. They couldn't, like, Davina couldn't find Ruby's parents on the database, etc. So, yeah. And they have to be either someone so top secret, you know, that would be delving into, you know, Area 51 shit, or they are for me, they are on a parallel universe, and you know, they were originally from a parallel universe or an alien world. I don't think it's going to be something to do with the fact that, well, Ruby's parents are Time Lords, etc. Because you know, that's kind of the reverse of, like, River and all of that, so yeah, and I feel like that would be a bit of a cheap option to go around, like, okay, well, Ruby's parents are Time Lords, etc. So, but, you know, they could be from an alien planet or whatnot, but I don't know, some part of me is, you know, like the fact that Mrs. Flood is a time lady, even though that she doesn't need to be in terms of, you know, recognizing a TARDIS. Although, of course, she does see the police box, and know it's a TARDIS disappearing. So, she could know the mechanics, but she could also know a police box, you know, means a disappearing police box. I know what that means, but yeah. With Ruby's parents, there is that feeling, like Mrs. Flood, that, you know, they belong in a parallel world for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, because obviously that mystery was not uncovered. Obviously, the Doctor could have gone for the person that dropped Ruby off. So, but yeah, it was just very, very great stuff. So yeah, I also really love the fact that the Doctor was reminiscing of the timeless child. I know it's a sensitive subject for a lot of people. I know there might have been people that were rolling their eyes about the fact that the Doctor was reminiscing about the fact that he was, you know, making a mention of the timeless child and how he was adopted, etc., etc. So yeah. But I do like it. Like, I might have that little bit of bias because I don't really have much of a problem with the Timeless Child arc. I mean, could it have been done better? Yeah, definitely. But I don't think it breaks Doctor Who. I don't think it ruins Doctor Who whatsoever. I think the opposite. I think it adds a bit of mystique in terms of Doctor Who. But that's just my 2 cents. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. And yeah, I've, not been too crazy in terms of admiration for the Timeless Child arc, but, it's not something I hate. It's something that I, okay, sure, I adopt it, I guess you could say. But yeah, I did like the fact that the Doctor was referencing that, because obviously with Ruby's situation, there is a distinct parallel. And I feel like it would have been very interesting if Russell decided to ignore the elephant in the room. We've got Ruby, who has been adopted, and all of that, and, abandoned as a child. And then you've got the Doctor, who was in that same scenario as a child. So yeah, obviously a bit older, given, well, we don't know, obviously, who the Doctor is in terms of, full-blown species. But obviously when we saw the Doctor emerge when Tecteun adopted her, she was, like, in terms of human age, 8-9 years old. Obviously, with Ruby, she was a baby. But yeah, and there was that moment where you could really feel the gravity of the situation hit the Doctor, because obviously there is a parallel. And yeah, I did find it very interesting when the Doctor said, I just recently discovered that I was, adopted. So yeah, but obviously the Doctor has lived for who knows. So recent can be up for debate in terms of, his perspective, because there's been some speculation about how long the 14th Doctor lived, and the events of Power of the Doctor to the Giggle lasted an hour or something like that. But obviously the 14th Doctor did not regenerate completely in the Giggle. He's still got a lot of years left as of this moment, I guess. But, it could be 5 years, 10 years, so recency could be up for debate in terms of the Doctor. So yeah, but I did like the fact that they did reference that, of course. So yeah. But yeah, and it was really, really great with the whole Goblin scenario. I like I said, the Goblin song was something that I was aware of. It was something that I had to check out. Because it's not a thing that Doctor Who really adapts usually, and not just that though, but there were clear labyrinth references in this episode. And furthermore, I will also admit that I did lie, because I did make a reference about the fact that I will be making many labyrinth references in this episode. I don't think I did. But I was just too engrossed with the episode, so, don't shoot me. But yeah, with the fact that I was aware about the fact that this episode was, loosely adopted from Labyrinth, and I love that movie. There's a little bit of a soft spot with David Bowie, who's my favorite artist of all time. So yeah, but I had to check it out. But when the Doctor started singing, and Ruby as well, I was floored. Especially since the fact that, we've been teased about this being more musical based and all of that, and people might roll their eyes about that subject and all of that, which, yeah. But I've really had a brilliant appreciation with musicals, especially as of these last few years. It all started with Buffy, and of course the iconic musical episode that occurred there. If you know, you know. But it grew further and further through, every show that I was watching, whether it was Xena, whether it was Lucifer, etc. So yeah, and I think Doctor Who has done musicals in the past with Big Finish, but I don't think they've committed to it really in terms of TV. And yeah, it was coming, wasn't it? It was a coming. So yeah, so I really liked. I really loved the number that Shooty and Millie did. It wasn't tacky or anything. It really flowed really well. So yeah. But yeah, really enjoyed this episode. Davina was great. Like, it just had me in stitches, funnily enough, that she was killed, but also she did what Jackie could not do, and that was get killed by a Christmas tree. I'm just referring. I mean, I'm sure, again, like the whole cracks in the ceiling, them getting closed off, nobody remembering. I'm sure that wasn't a coincidence. Like when Russell was writing that, oh, I remember when, Camille said, I'm going to get killed by a Christmas tree. And, Davina actually gets killed by a Christmas tree. So, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, it was a really, really great episode. So, but I also really love Shooty and Millie's chemistry already. They are really great. Yeah, I mean, we had a bit of a look-see at Shooty in terms of him as the Doctor in The Giggle, but this was his first full episode, and I think he killed it in terms of the levity that he, in terms of, that happiness that he had. He's cleansed from the pain, I guess. But it's not forgotten. He's moved on, but it's not forgotten, as was proved when he was reminiscing about the fact that he was recently adopted. When he found out he was recently adopted, should I say. So, yeah, and there were moments in this episode that he just really, like, even the musical bit was just, had me floored because of the fact that, it was just something unexpected. I wasn't really sure where things would go after he dropped by to confront the Goblin King. So yeah, but I feel like he just owns the role really, really well. And I did feel that when he appeared on The Giggle, but this is his first full chance. No, there's no 20-minute mark, I guess, for him to appear at or whatever. This is his episode to show anyone who wasn't really sure if they were, like, if they didn't feel that he, had proven himself and all of that in The Giggle. I feel like this was it, because he was just incredible, and the chemistry with him and Millie was great, and even Millie was great as Ruby when she was on her own at times, like especially when she was putting the math together in terms of who the Doctor was. So yeah, it was really, really great, and just her in general was, she's just incredible. So, and I've been really excited to see. Because I don't watch too much. I don't watch too much Corrie. I haven't done for a long while. It's the same with EastEnders and all of that. But she obviously had a bit of a notoriety, I guess, in terms of her appearing on Corrie. And when they mentioned about her being in Manchester, I was thinking, I'm sure that's where Corrie was. So yeah. So there were fourth wall references that were being broken left, right, and center in the beginning part. But yeah, when it came to Shooty and Millie together, I think they are going to be a very, very incredible dynamic in terms of, how much I love them, because, some dynamics work really, really well. And I don't feel like I've been in a position where I'm like, this dynamic doesn't work or whatever when it comes to the Doctor and their companion. But there are favourites and all of that. I really love the 8th Doctor and Lucy Miller so much. Obviously, 10/14 with Donna. And I feel like, give it time, this might be a instant favorite. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end this because I need to edit this for YouTube and whatnot. So yeah, and I think I've rambled on long enough, but I mean, I really loved this episode. It was really great. It was really lighthearted. It was what I expected it to be, and you know that means nothing too significant. But it was enough to be very entertaining, but also leave little crumbs as well in terms of Ruby and her parents, in terms of Mrs. Flood, and getting a feel for the 15th Doctor. So, yeah. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You could also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!